Welcome back to B2B Tech Talk, live from Ingram Micro Experience. We're now joined by Sachinn Verma, Managing Director of Oreta, and Phil Duke, Senior General Manager at Ingram Micro. And we're talking about transforming as an MSP to create lasting value. Sachinn and Phil, welcome to B2B Tech Talk.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you both with us. And Sachinn, I'll start with you. I know that you talk about the need to constantly stay ahead of your customers through transformation. Can you tell us, how did Oreta transform itself as an MSP?
Good question. Look, one of our values is velocity, and we feel self-disruption is probably the best way of creating value. So one of the ways we have done to ourselves is we keep challenging every year about what's our key focus. How do we deliver value not just as a service, but as a solution? So the outcome-based modeling is probably where the customers are looking forward to us. Looking ahead 12, 24 months, is our customers pay us for our expertise, and for us to look at a 24-month horizon of what's coming out, and mostly in the space of as a solution. I think that's what makes a difference, and offering that to our customers with the assurance of a service level, that's what makes us different. And partnerships, absolutely the core of this is partnerships with Ingram and AWS and Microsoft. I can go on, but the key is to partner well and then champion it.
So Phil, partnerships are central to this.
Absolutely, yeah. And look, I've been working with Sachinn and the team, and I know my guys have been spending a lot of the time with the guys. And even coming from partner land myself, customers nowadays are really looking for that type of mindset. They're not just looking for day-to-day support with their managed services, their SI partner. And one of the great things that we've seen with Oreta is that thought leadership, that different mindset to be able to go in and really strategize with their customers, look for that transformation opportunity, and really, be different in the market and really find that gap.
Yeah, fantastic. It's like I'm interested to know around this whole process. Do you have an established process to this? How do you actually stay ahead when everything's moving so fast in particular?
I'm a big fan of bimodal. So we run the organization in mode 1 and mode 2. So there's always these mode 2 projects running within our company, which is basically our pet projects of innovation. So for us to give value to our customers, we keep sort of coming up with these solutions or offerings. But right now we are in the process of coming up with 16 different AI bots for our managed services business. Now, that level of work is a mode 2 work. It's exciting for our employees. It's super value addition for our customers, and we present them every quarterly to our customers in every QBR. We're not just talking about boring SLAs or this is what our managed services team did. This is the exact innovative solutions Oreta is working on. To what Phil said before, it's about thought leadership. It's about giving our customers that value. They've entrusted Oreta with their operational keys. And when somebody gives the keys to the house to you, you have to be having the responsibility to perform and give them value for that. And for us, that's truly starts from the bimodal thinking. And that mode 2 thinking is where the IP lies, and this is where we make a difference.
Yeah, well, the keys to the house, that's a great analogy.
Yeah.
Now, and Phil, you've been doing work with Oreta.
Yeah, so, and look, to Sachinn's point, recently we've worked on a number of migration opportunities, and just the level of planning, looking at the opportunities for the customer and how they're actually transforming the customer, the steps, the project management that's behind it. We've seen opportunities, we've seen challenges that for the team have not really been challenged for them, where other organizations have really sort of struggled to do. These guys have come in and they've really stood apart from the rest of the market, and really sort of transformed a lot of the customers' environments. And just the other great thing is just the skill sets across the team when it comes to AWS, really understanding AWS as a whole. And I think that's really been powerful for the customer as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, as an MSP, specializing in AWS, we come in from different angles from a customer journey. Like, there's obviously cloud in terms of transformation, but then network and security are the other elements that we combine our expertise in three different verticals. So the 360 degree of coming and adding value to a customer, especially on a platform like AWS, keeping it secure, keeping it connected. Cloud networking is a great asset of our vertical. So I think that collective value is what creates the momentum.
Now, Sachin, I know we talk about value. You're obviously doing, as you say, transformative work for customers, and you talk about lifetime value, which I think is really interesting and a good way to look at it. But how do you confidently take such a long-term view when technology is so fast moving?
It's a tough one, especially in this day and age of AI, with everything is moving in weeks, not even in months. But I think the value that you drive is, as I said before, partnerships, trust, ability to innovate, and also to create long-lasting value from a customer outcome perspective. So when you deliver business outcomes, like in one of the migrations we did in AWS, we were able to save the customer $200,000 on their licensing eventually from VMware, for example, right? That's one of the key topics going on in the industry quite a bit, but it's delivering value not from commercial sense, but also keeping our customers ahead of the technology curve, right?
Yeah.
So the disruption they see day in, day out, we see ahead of them. We get to have to learn the disruption, then basically curate the noise out of it and present the true value of technology in a more curated form. So I almost feel like we are the first line of defense in the confusion that IT is throwing at our customers. The amount of solutions that people are being bombarded with, they look up to us to say, what do you think, Oreta?
Yeah.
So this is where we come in and we help them curate an outcome.
Yeah.
And that's what we...
Oh, sorry.
No, go on, man.
No, sorry. I was going to sort of say one of the things which we've sort of seen is the fact that a lot of the customers are looking for outcome-based solutions.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
They're not looking for, a product as such and that sort of basic offering. And just working with the team at Oreta is just those outcome-based solutions and discussions, transforming organizations, especially when you're talking around things like AI and migrations. Sometimes it's quite a complicated subject, but when you're actually talking about the outcome, the challenges that you've been addressing for customers have been absolutely amazing. And I think going back to a point I was saying earlier around the team's knowledge and awareness around AWS and how you can build outcome-based solutions,
Yes.
products from those Lego bricks that AWS provide, right? I think is just a massive game changer.
Well, I mean, AWS Transform is such a great product that we're working on, is using agentic AI. It's actually helping us do migrations quickly. It's giving us that true value, what AI should be doing when it comes to those complex migrations, back to Phil's point there. So for me, it's working with partners like AWS that really creates that differentiation point for us. And then we can truly bring that value to our customers' doorstep.
So when you're working, you're obviously working fast. You need to move at pace. Is there any trade-off between critical elements of speed and critical governance?
I think in this day and age, if you don't fail fast, then you don't succeed as much. So if you have proper governance in place in terms of setting expectations about failing fast, especially when it comes to AI, we're doing a lot of proof of concepts in AWS right now with their Bedrock platform, and we set an expectations with our customers that we will ideate some use cases, we'll come up with problem statements, we'll help solve it, and some of them would take a different journey, and that's a journey that we have to come with AI. So I think setting an expectation, having a strong governance, creating an eye on the budget, and using a lot of proof of concepts, I think that creates a well-regulated system of not being afraid and failing fast. So I think that's one of the key success criteria that we look at.
Now we've got time for two more questions. So one to you, Sachinn, and then one to each of you. The first one for you, Sachinn, is what's the magic that Oreta and AWS brings to customers in simple terms?
I think I'll answer that question in two parts. One, why AWS for Oreta? So for us, choosing AWS as a partner, it's not only the technical capability of AWS, but it's the cultural compatibility that we see. They're a brand who embodies innovation and the customer obsession, even to the degree they run their meetings and they basically curate their presentations. Everything I'm fascinated about. So for me, it's an ability to disrupt. So they're a disruptor. So for that, to me, is a big sort of pull. And the other way around, why Oreta for AWS? It's basically a deep expertise, especially in our mid-market segment, where we bring years and years of cloud and multi-cloud understanding of our customers' environment, understanding of their data centers, understanding of their networks, or their cybersecurity posture, to bring the knowledge of operations and skill sets. When we layer that along with AWS, and then we complement each other pretty well. So the customer sees a platform that they can go experiment, innovate, migrate, optimize, and they see Oreta as that player that they can take them safely there, which understands their side of the business. So I think that really creates the long-standing value between the partnership. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. Now for the final question, I'll start with you, Phil. What's the biggest opportunity in market right now?
The biggest opportunity. So I would say the VMware takeout. That is a massive opportunity for partners. I know that we've been talking about this. There's some strategies that Ingram and Oreta have been working together, but we've seen a lot of customers look at alternative options, and AWS has some amazing programs, funding programs to be able to support partners, customers, and that transformation journey to get from that sort of legacy on-prem cloud view perspective to a public cloud, who's someone who can really drive and grow your business.
Massive opportunity. Yeah. Well said, Mike.
You agree, Sachinn?
I totally agree. Yep. I think AI and so AI is another pillar that I see, a lot of proof of concepts and a lot of which we are seeing going ahead in production, and then bundled with the VMware aspect of it. I think between the two, those are the two big spinners in the market right now.
Fantastic, and that's a great note for us to end this episode on. But thank you so much, Sachinn and Phil, for this great discussion.
Thank you.
A special thank you to AWS for sponsoring this episode. And for people listening to this, you'll find links in the show description. And don't forget to share and subscribe. And we'll see you for the next episode.
Thanks
Thanks very much.
Pleasure having you.